Quincy, Massachusetts, a city known for its historic downtown, is quickly becoming known for its lively downtown. New restaurants, bars, retail shops, and parks are attracting people from all over.
It's a bit of a happening place, so it's actually really cool to see the growth of the city.
The effort to revitalize Quincy Center has had its share of struggles, with several development projects falling apart over the years. But driving along Hancock Street, it's evident that recent changes are a draw.
There's so much to do.
There's super talented chefs.
In the midst of the new downtown, there's 16C, a cozy neighborhood restaurant. Owner and Quincy native Carrie Delaney has had a front row seat to the transformation.
It's more of a little bit of a neighborhood vibe, and all these other places that have opened around here.
For more than 30 years, the Granite Rail Tavern occupied the space that is now 16C. In 2016, Delaney and her team converted the restaurant to what it is today, a comfortable neighborhood eatery. Chef Matt Thompson amplifies classic dishes that keep patrons coming back.
We make between 200 and 250 pizzas a week on top of all of our other entrees and everything else. So we have a lot of food going out the door.
Tons of regulars, everyone's really friendly. Pizzas, steak tips are really popular.
The Steak Tips, a recipe handed down to Delaney from her father, who owned the Quiet Man Pub in South Boston.
That was their specialty, so we did it here.
For Delaney, Quincy is more than where she works. It's family.
I love Quincy. My heart's in Quincy. It always will be.
Quincy's restaurant revival has seen about a dozen new dining venues open in the past 15 years. But Alba owner Leo Keka put a stake in the ground more than 2 decades ago. Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch says that was an important moment for the city.
Long before things were happening, we were still kind of, I would argue, maybe in the decline. But he put his flag down and had a great product and started to attract a lot of people.
Traffic and infrastructure changes have helped pave the way for many of the recent developments.
Where we're standing right now is a 4-lane road. This was Hancock Street. You would have been getting picked off right now standing here.
At the heart of the redesigned Quincy Square is the Hancock Adams Common, a pedestrian plaza connecting City Hall with the historic United First Parish Church, Hancock Cemetery, and Old City Hall.
To pull this off, we had to create some other mitigating roadways to help offset the change. One of those was Hannon Parkway, and then of course the General's Bridge, which was dedicated a couple of years back. There's 20 generals from Quincy since the Revolutionary time.
And while the downtown floundered for years, it's now on the rise. Completed in 2020, a 15-story apartment building in Kilroy Square is now the city's tallest building.
The idea was to create a whole new neighborhood, make the downtown 24/7.
In its heyday, Quincy Center was a shopping destination. They didn't call it Shopperstown, USA for nothing. Currently, Quincy Center has an abundance of restaurants.
We got some nice little retail spots as well, some new starts that we're hoping they do well, and we'll build on that.
Stores including William James Gifts, a gift shop that celebrates small businesses and gluten-free products.
We bring in a bunch of products from these small businesses. About 70% of them are women-owned businesses as well.
Callie McPherson owns the boutique, named after her 2 sons. What started as a gift basket business out of her home has turned into a brick-and-mortar destination.
People are really excited about having something different, a small store, and we're just super excited to be here with them.
McPherson says the gluten-free snacks and treats fly off the shelf. She prioritized those products when she launched the business in 2020 for a very personal reason.
I personally have celiac disease. I really wanted to help other people that, don't eat gluten or have other food allergies.
Customers will also find whimsical trinkets, thoughtful keepsakes, and products that give back.
We do a lot of work with this company called Musi. We have shower steamers and soaps from her. She hires women who have been incarcerated, who have escaped domestic violence, and people with disabilities.
We knew if we did the right things in the downtown, with the right ingredients, the right changes, creating new public spaces, public parking, and it's come together.
And Mayor Koch tells us more housing is on the horizon, as well as more green space. Some of the new buildings will have small parks or pocket parks adjacent to them for residents to get fresh air, walk their dogs, and spend time with their neighbors.